All right, y'all. So the BET Awards are wrapped up. And the thing is, it didn't wrap up without something happening, right? Druski was the host of the BET Awards, right? And while I can't say that I like every single Druski skit or everything he does comedy-wise, I do think he's a funny guy. I can't front. I mean, I've watched a couple episodes of Could Have Been Records, and I have laughed. I've seen skits, I've laughed at them. So I'm not coming at this from a place of acting like Druski isn't funny. But I think when you a comedian, man, you gotta keep your lanes open, right? You gotta be able to apply jokes to anybody because as a comedian, this is what you do. You crack jokes. And honestly, comedians do get passes for certain jokes because that's the whole point, to crack a joke. Now, Druski did a bit at the BET Awards where he pretended to be Jay-Z, and I thought that was kind of funny.
They can't cancel me. I'm the answer, G. I don't talk for free. Marcy Projects, we did it. What up, Brooklyn? Yeah.
You're doing bits and you got to keep the show entertaining. So that's not an issue to me. The issue came later with this whole saxophone thing, right? Now, Druski and his people, I can't even say his people because I don't know if this was a BET thing or a Druski thing that he came up with, but somebody decided they wanted to do something for people that went over their time on the speeches, right? And I believe it was like a 3-minute speech. Anything over 3 minutes, they were going to start playing the saxophone. Now, you know, the saxophone is a funny thing going on right now because it's basically from the movie Boys in the Hood, where Ricky about to get capped and he running away from the motherfuckers. Yeah, the saxophone symbolizes that the situation is getting more and more dangerous. And the louder the saxophone gets, the more dangerous the situation is supposed to feel in the terms of the way people are using them in their skits and different things now on social media. So this was supposed to be like a wrap it up kind of sequence. Now, the thing is, it was supposed to be funny. And Druski is a decent comedian, I guess. So in theory, I kind of get the joke. I understand what they was trying to do, but the issue was that throughout the whole night, even when people had long-winded speeches, the saxophone was never played. But you can guess who it was played for. Yeah, TDE artists. Doechii and SZA went up for their award, and when they got up there, they didn't even get past maybe a minute of speaking before the saxophone came out.
Record together. It was at a time where, girl, I was going through it. I was going through it. But I'm so glad that you pulled through for me, sister. I just want to say thank you so much.
Anything for you, always.
Y'all, she was literally up till 4 or 5 a.m. writing for me, for us to get that song together. And I thank you so much for believing in me and giving me advice.
And as you can see the saxophone guy chilling here in the corner. And I'm guessing at some point he got a cue to start playing.
Coaching me and loving me and supporting me. Thank you so much, SZA. I love you.
This is my coach. This is literally also my coach. I'm not playing. She's so confident, so eloquent, so well-spoken. She knows exactly. You won't come get in the mic?
Why they play?
Either way, this is my favorite black girl.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if they was trying to really do the saxophones getting louder, I didn't really hear that in that. It didn't even sound like it. But again, the point is they were trying to crack a joke, but issue comes when you do this just to the TDE artists. And I'm all for a good joke, dog. But when something feels deliberate, you got to call this shit out because it's clear as day that this was done on purpose, man. I don't know whether it was Druski's team, BET, or the production team or whoever, dog. But from what I'm hearing, he had full creative control. And honestly, dog, it was corny as hell. And this is where the unwavering loyalty comes from, right? I'm pretty sure Drake has done a lot of things for Druski. And this is why Druski may feel like he has to show loyalty no matter what. Because this is what Drake does with these transactional relationships, right? He does something for you that's so out of left field that it leaves you thinking, damn, nobody else would do this for me. I don't know why he would do this for me. I guess the only thing I could do is feel like I owe you everything anything in life, including embarrassing yourself on TV. Y'all remember the last time Kendrick Lamar was in the building, right? When he walked right by Druski after talking to Kai Cenat, and Druski was just there looking all nervous and out of place in the background. These are all situations that you put yourself in as a comedian because you want to be able to be out here and host these events, but then at the same time, you're like really involving yourself in little ways in these rap beefs. And sometimes that's gonna put you in weird positions, man. I'm not gonna lie. But again, everybody that shows themselves to be super loyal to Drake, he did the most for them. And in my opinion, none of this is done just to do it. It's very strategic. It's like, be my friend and I will do the most for you. I feel like this was definitely done on purpose. Maybe it was done because they were TDE artists. Maybe it was supposed to be some slick little shot. But either way, that shit did not land. I feel like the ladies handled themselves the way they should.
I'm gonna keep my time. I just want to say new music is coming soon. And to all the haters that have something to say about me, you better be ready for me to pop back out because I'm coming with a new single and it's gonna kill everybody. What's up? Don't ever play with me. I just realized that was supposed to signify saxophones getting louder. I thought this man was doing a solo. Good night.
I think they did what they were supposed to do. They responded in the moment and they didn't let it basically steal the moment from them. Now, Punch actually has something to say about it. He tweeted out a couple of things. So Punch said, BET or whoever is responsible, weirdo behavior. This thing is Druski weird for that sax stunt. I think all of it was corny. Now, had they gone over the 3-minute mark, I mean, I could understand it a little bit more at that point. What more could you say about that? Because it was already known that this was gonna be a thing, right? But to do it to these two women when they didn't even get close to that point, that was lame as hell, man. But I think they handled it correctly. Again, they did not waver. They did not let the moment overtake them. They kept that shit moving. And honestly, that's really the best way to handle something like that because this was one of those jokes that just did not land, bro. And look, man, on this channel, we've covered things like this that Druski has done before. This ain't nothing new. It's clear as day that Druski has loyalty to Drake. I mean, Drake has put him in music videos, and I'm pretty sure for Druski, he feels like those music videos did a lot for his career. And I gotta be fair about this in some situations. I understand the idea behind loyalty. When you feel like somebody helped change your life, I get why you would feel like you owe them something or owe them everything. Another example we could use is Ben the Don. Ben the Don is the same way. I'm sure Ben the Don contributes a lot of his success in streaming to Drake and the opportunities that Drake has given him. And I completely understand that. And this is why you see them doing some of the things that they do. Like the time Ben the Don had them turn off the damn music while there was girls hanging around. He had them turn off the music because they started playing Kendrick Lamar.
What the fuck?
Oh, you don't like that?
Nigga put on Netflix. Couldn't cut that shit off quick enough.
So my issue isn't with these artists, streamers, or comedians feeling like they owe Drake loyalty. My issue is more with the fact that Drake strategically does this. And that's one of the huge differences between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick is the show you how to fish kind of guy, right? Drake is the let me give you the fish kind of guy. And as long as you show everybody how much you appreciate me giving you the fish, I'm gonna keep giving you fish. And some people might say maybe you're over exaggerating. We don't know what Drake's real motives are. And listen, that's fair. We don't know what his real motives are. But there are so many different examples you can use where it feels like this is the pattern. I mean, dog, we've seen clips of Druski in the club telling DJs to turn off Not Like Us.
Let's show you how to use first of all. I help myself. I only want to get your hand down.
To me, that's performative loyalty. That's that, look at me, I told the DJ to turn off the music of the guy dissing you. And when you keep doing little things like that, it starts to look less like friendship and more like you auditioning to prove your loyalty. And that's where all this shit starts to get corny because, again, you're a comedian. Your job is to be funny. Your job is to play the room. But when the joke looks like it was only aimed at a certain person because of your personal loyalty to somebody else, that's when people are going to call it out. And as a comedian, again, I don't think that's the right move to be making. And that's really the problem with this whole BET Awards moment. It wasn't just that the saxophone got played. It was when it was played and who it was played for. It was the fact that other people had longer speeches and didn't get that treatment. And then when you add Druski's public loyalty to Drake in the mix, it just makes the whole situation just look crazy. So yeah, I understand the idea behind the joke. I understand what they were trying to do. But this one did not land, dog. This shit was corny, man. And if you're gonna do a joke joke like that, you gotta apply it evenly, bro. Because if not, it just looks like you're using the BET Awards stage to sneak this TDE. And that shit right there is just lame. That's not comedy, dog. That's just being corny on behalf of your boy, man.
It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass, yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them niggas mad, yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G-Tag, yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga.